doing some tests. I haven't been on air for a while, so I got to kind of like make sure my stuff's going, because the rest of the week is going to be pretty deep. So I figured right now we're only broadcasting on the WTF Nation Radio Facebook page and Twitch. We're not on YouTube. We're not on the main page. We're not on Twitter. So, y'all want some sneak peekins? Then what is sneak peekins? There we go. I figure. What's up, CQ? Hey, great show you had last night, man. It's pretty cool. I mean, even though I heard you throughout the whole break, with you and your guest. Yeah, but you're on. Well, I am on. I'm on. I'm doing some tests. I gotta make sure that I sound good. Make sure that I look good. Now that we have daylight saving times right now, it's like not so dark in here, so I kind of have to. I gotta have to show you some leg. What's up, Dean? Oh man, we're not gonna go to the night battalion days, are we? What kind of leg are we talking about? But anyways, yeah. So right now I'm currently tweaking as we speak, sounds and stuff and all that. And also, I figured I might as well just give you guys some of the stuff that's happening. We got a pretty good guest lineup coming up, which I think is pretty cool. A lot of short notice stuff. So for this rest of the week, I am going to be doing Sergeant's Time tomorrow, and I'm also going to be doing Friday Night Freedom. I'm doing Friday Night Freedom. It's not Sergeant's Time. It's not whatever. So it's going to have the same look as how Kaz and Pooks do it. And, Pookie's going to be there with me, rocking and rolling. I'm not going to put Pookie in a bubble, though, unlike somebody else I know likes to put people in bubbles. But anyways, I'm just doing some tests. Just here, make sure it's good to go. But anyways, what was I going to say? Yeah, so we have we have a pretty good lineup coming up. I'm pretty excited. Some last minute stuff that we've been working, and I'm trying to work some graphic stuff and all that. So that way we are ready to go tomorrow, and I'm looking for more stuff. So this is actually a working broadcast, I guess you would say. Just to kind of look at what we are looking at. Is the Fat Electrician going to be on? The Fat Electrician is actually, we're being worked to have him come on. I think he was already on, though. He was already on with Kaz, I think, right? Am I mistaken on that? Me and Spanky are going to be back, rocking and rolling on the guns. And, dude, man, it's we got some Sergeant's Time stuff that's going to be pretty fun. We also, when you kind of think about it, we just had some big news, right? Was there some Army news that came out today that was pretty interesting? I'm just saying, there might have been some news about some sort of PT test or something like that, or I'm just saying. But ask and you shall receive. These next two guests that are coming up on Thursday and Friday are actually from your input. You, the WTF Nation, the fans were the ones that said these next two guests should come on. And ACFT, WTF, yeah, man, what's up with that? Now it's pretty easy. Now they're making it old people. So you got to be old now to do really good on the ACFT. How about that, huh? What you going to do about that? And everyone's like crying and stuff like that. But if you did PT, you should be all right. There should be no complaints. So tomorrow, we have tomorrow. See, I'm adjusting my mic too, man. I don't know. I've been dicking with my mic lately, and anyways, it just doesn't sound right. There's just like some things that I need to play with, and I like having it on my desk so that way I can play. And you guys are like, dude, what are you doing? I'm doing my own stuff here. I'm trying to see if I can make this to where I make this the least distracting sounds ever. And plank for life. Yeah, I would tell you what, I'd rather do 10 leg tucks than do a plank. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But tomorrow, our guest is the one and only of our favorite. Oh, you hear that? Oh, what noise I'm making? What's that noise? What is it? What's that noise coming out? The one and only One Punch Dad. The guy, the warrant officer who comes and trolls everything Army. Everything and anything Army. I forgot to turn on my phone lines real quick to test my test. Anyways, so One Punch Dad is going to be on, and he is going to come on, and he is a TikTok influencer that really drops the wisdom of anything that has to do with the Army. If you've seen his videos, tomorrow's promo vid is going to have one of his latest videos on it. We posted another one back. We've also posted some other ones before. Nope, we're just on, we are just on freaking, not even on YouTube right now. We're just kind of hanging out. Hope we're not on YouTube because we were playing some music on here. Yeah. Oh, shit, we are on YouTube. Damn. Well, I'll be damned. We are on YouTube. So we are on YouTube, Twitch, and our Facebook page right now. That's it. That's it. And so we're on YouTube. There we go. You guys might have noticed that there have been some, exactly, those pull-up racks. Anybody, DRMO is going to be. And also on Friday, for Friday Night Freedom, it'll be back-to-back shows for me, so you're going to see twice of me. You can hear Spanky and, of course, see Pookie. But also Friday, for Friday Night Freedom, we're going to have Christian Boris. If you guys don't know who this gentleman is, he's a content creator behind the St. Javelin meme, behind the St. Javelin sticker. And so he's going to be on to shoot the breeze with me, and we're going to talk about all things Ukraine, everything that he's done for Ukraine. So I'm pretty excited that we're having the create. There we go. I'm messing around with some of my other stuff here. See, some of the stuff here requires some. Yeah, see, all my stuff is kicking up saying, you demand updates. We need to update. So we'll see how this sounds. So he's going to be on to shoot the breeze about his very viral and often imitated. I'm going to tell you a story about that in a minute. No, I'll tell you right now. Some dude hit us up on the webpage and asked us if we needed to take that stuff down because somebody said we were taking credit for some of it. So we said, hey, what are you talking about? Come to find out that Christian was the one that did it. So we said, yeah, whatever. And second, don't you know how the internet works? Anything gets posted on Facebook, terms of service and all that. There we go. Let's see how we're looking here. Everything looks all right. This individual tried to say that he was the one that did it. So this was actually partly an effort to make sure that, hey, we got the guy that did it on the show, and then also talk about it. So Kaz is going to be out for the rest of the week, and then he's going to be back next week. But yeah, dude, it's kind of cool, man. This is rocking and rolling, and I'm really, really, really digging that he's going to come on. I'm also pretty cool that we're going to have the. Did you guys get a notification? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, okay. Just double checking. I was just checking all the Facebooks. Okay, so yeah, all my stuff is telling me how to reset. I figured I'd be on here for a little bit just to shoot the breeze and talk, and then we'll be on here to catch up. So what have you guys been up to? How was y'all spring break? That's a pretty good spring break. I was hanging out in the mountains for the last couple of weekends, and man, reality sucks sometimes. Actually, I shouldn't say this. The created realities are what suck. Some of the things that people really wrap themselves around, and you're like, damn, dude, you need a life. You need to kind of, I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. Let me look at some other settings here. Let me dock this one, and then let me open this up. There we go. Let me see how that looks. Kind of see. Yeah, yes, this is a rolling test. Rolling test. Oh, what's spring break? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, CQ's got it. I did a show. Yeah, okay, so you did a show, right, but you didn't have to. You didn't have to do a show last week. or this week. Wait, this week, last week. Did you do a show this week? Yeah, no, you did one last week too. Damn, CQ's all over the place. He's actually building a baller ass studio too. He's gonna build a pretty cool one. Can't wait to see what it looks like. Talking about Batman stuff. Talking about what else did he talk about? He talking about. Did y'all see that weird cartoon that what's his name, Christian Bale played, like butt naked dude like that, whatever, that he had on yesterday, talking about his before he went on, had his guest come on. It was like butt naked, but he was all like powdered white or something like that for some sort of whatever Thor or something like that, some new Thor movie. Just kind of wondering what that was. That was about. What else I miss? Let's see. What's spring break? I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like shooting the breeze right now, just doing some checks. We are also updating a lot of the information that we have. We're updating websites. We're updating links. We're updating accounts. We're just updating a lot of stuff. Updating to updating of excellence. So what'd you do this week, Dean? I know you know I've been around, know each other for a minute. There we go. Let me see. Grunts Gaming Network's playing. Yeah, everything's going good. Diamond Life got me locked up. Bro, I hear you, man. I know what that's like, bro. Oof. Yeah. That does get you a little bit locked up. Let me see. Hang on. I'm still doing checks while we're talking. Had a graphics update. I have a computer up your. I mean, I need to restart some stuff. This is pretty cool. Hang on. I need to get this down. So, what else happened? Let me see. What else are we missing in the news? What other Army news? No, let me scroll some pay. Here we go. Oh wait, hang on. Who's this? Huh. That's odd. Let's see. WTF Nation Radio, are you on the air? Hello. You gonna talk? Test. Yeah, no, can't hear you. Let's see. You guys, I'm still doing the sound stuff here, so don't mind me. Enjoy the nice weather. Teeter, I return to North Shores for fun. What's up, Gary? How you been, man? Yeah, not seeing anything here. It's got. Let me get some settings in here to get some tests. I don't even know what happened here. Hang on. I'm trying global hotkeys. Nope. Huh. I have to sing to make sure the sound works. No. Let's see. Hang on. Let me test some audio here with some. Yeah. See. I'm glad I made these calls because I'm not messing around. I gotta make sure my sound's good. Seems like my sound is out. Where am I going wrong here? Let's see. Got some sound here that's not tracking. Camera's working. Let's see. C-130, yeah, sing cadence. C-130 rolling down the strip. Let me see. So here's what's going on right now. I'm having a sound issue with my other computer that I have to hang on for a sec. Old King Co. Yeah, no, it's just why I'm doing this now. PCCs and PCIs before the guest comes up. WTF Nation cadence. Yeah, you know, years ago I tried to have some sort of cadencing and stuff like that. And for some reason it didn't fucking happen, huh? Go figure. Why didn't it happen? It's so weird. I'm having a sound issue here. Aren't you glad I'm doing this right now before the show? Record and sell it. Yeah, I tried to do one, man. I tried to do a WTF Nation cadence back before I was revealed that I was part of the WTF Nation, and yeah. No one got the joke, I guess. I guess you had to be there. Let's see. Because what I'm trying, somebody just tried to call, so I'm just kind of like, okay, well, somebody tried to call. Let me answer this and then see what's going on. Let's see. This is frustrating. Live jazz. You guys want to hear some live jazz? Let's see if I can get some live jazz going up. Test, test, test. No, that's not working. Let's see. So on the spot diagnostics. That's the only way to do it. Yeah. So let's see how this works right here. So the thing is that, there we go. Skype's trying to install. Go ahead and install Skype. It's preparing to install on the computer. Hey, what's up, Bailey? Great to see you in the chats. I'm just trying to mess around with the sounds here, getting me tested. Man, I was like really glad I freaking did this. I've been like screwed. Let's see. So the way it works. Oh, thank you so much. Different types of systems that we use. It's not proprietary or anything, believe it or not. I still use the old school setup. Believe it or not, that Joe Rogan uses old Behringer mixer with mixing board and stuff like that. It's been kind of like the WTF Nation standard. And, oh, wow, you're still on. Whatever, dude. What's up, Branko? So there's mixes and mixers and buttons and push-ins and stuff like that. So you have to kind of like know what's up with what it is. And the way the sound configurations are worked, so you guys are not supposed to be hearing that noise in the back, the music in the background while I was playing it. So that wasn't intended. So it wasn't until I was, I don't know, for some reason was wondering how come it wasn't picking up, and it was due to the fact that now for some reason that the computer that holds the Skype, so just like last night, I do know how to use it, I guess. If you think so. I think I know how to use it. There's been so many configurations and the way this thing updates so much. So that was the thing, and I'm glad I tested it. I was like, let me test the other thing, because the way it's supposed to work and the way it's supposed to get connected is that when I'm broadcasting and I have the other computer where the caller calls in or the guest comes in, there's a on the switchboard, on the switcheroo, on the mixer, it's removed. Only I could hear it, but the audience can't hear it. So that's the thing that I'm trying to mess with. And so, oh, you thought it was a 5 minutes video? Oh, okay, cool. So, anyways, I have to do this again. I didn't really think it was gonna be I should put that jazz stuff back on. I'm in a jazz mood right now. And you're listening to BTF Nation Radio. That sounds too. It seems like I got to be quiet for that. I hate that. It sounds like a mumbling. All the dinosaurs. Oh well, please, Bailey, extend my greetings to the mom. Let's see. So that's my conundrum right now, is getting the sound stuff. Dinosaurs don't use that equipment. So you saying Joe Rogan is a dinosaur? I mean, he is the pioneer of podcasting, broadcasting. That is his setup, so let's see how this works. All dinosaurs equipment. 432H music. Sound healing. Boomer. I'm not a boomer. Whatever, dude. Boomers like what? It's like freaking the children of World War II people. So like Vietnam veteran ages and stuff like that. I'm not even that old. Even though I look it, or even though let's see here. Let's see how this works. Anyways, hang on. Let's see what's this.
We swore we'd never.
Okay, that works. Okay, so having mixing problems here. Let's see how this goes. I should be open about that's tomorrow, man. Tomorrow is all EACFT stuff. Push the red button. No, red button's push. Oh. No, so here we go again with this thing. Did you unplug it and plug it back in? No, it said I needed to restart the computer to do some updates, so I'm just testing some stuff. it's Maymex is good. It's coming from channel 3 from where the Sky computer is at. That's really what it's at. Yeah, all the buttons are up. Everything's up. Wrong button. Oops. Sorry. So, let's call him right now, so we'll see what happens. You know, I think I have a diagram already saved on my phone, too. I'll double check. No, I'm good. The internet has all the answers. Yep, for sure. For sure. Okay, here we go. What was a Skype one here? Who was it that just called? Somebody just called. Look at this testing here. See, that's what's weird. Okay, so the sound works on that one. Yeah, see, that's not it. So, oh. Hang on for a sec. There we go. There we go. It's such an amateur move. So one of the things that I do with all the hosts and I do myself, when I always say, when I do troubleshooting, troubleshooting is first thing we do is slider check to make sure all those sliders are in the 0. And then we make sure the specific sliders along your channels are unmuted. So guess what I just did? Ooh, Lordy. Yeah, I had one of my channels slided down, so I couldn't hear it. As a matter of fact, Gary, who was calling earlier? Who wants to call me? Go ahead and call so we can test this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call to see if you guys can hear the conversation. And then I will unmute that caller so that way you guys can hear us. So, you guys ready to do the sound test? All right, go ahead. Somebody call me. Anybody. And then we'll see. We'll see. If I had a nickel. What are you talking about, dude? Let's see. Let's see if I had a nickel. I know, man. I know, bro. It's like, well, it was a slider, dude. It was the Alt 3-4 slider, man. That was my mistake. So technically, right now, if somebody calls, you guys won't hear it. And then if I meet mom, you guys can't hear me. So what good is anybody? Yeah, I just opened it up. Give me a call. And nothing fancy, CQ. I don't want you to freaking, you know. I just need something to. Yeah, I know. I muted myself on purpose, dude. God, that was so amateur. I was listening to some old podcasts. Oh my God, I heard myself before. You God, cringe to the cringe. Even though everyone says it was a good show. So. Okay, so the phone's ringing. Hang on for a second. Hello. Hello. Let me make order for pickup. Okay, so currently, can you guys hang on for a sec? Can you guys hear the caller right now? No, now I got everybody calling me. Matter of fact, well, fuck it, hang on. Everyone could join in. We're going to stress test the system. Okay, so right now, you should not. I got a couple callers on right now, and you shouldn't be able to hear anybody, right? Okay, cool. Who's on right now? No, I know, but who else is on with me? No, I do got a bunch of callers now. So who? Okay. What's up, man? Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Right now I have everybody, I have all the callers muted right now. So I got a couple callers in here. So I got callers muted, and you guys we've been rambling blah 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 blah. Hang on for a sec. Hang on for a sec. Hang on. Oh, you guys could hear the mic. You guys could hear very low because it was blasting through my freaking headphones. That's what you heard. Because I have these. I'm so old. I have all these shits blasted up. So that's me in the background. The dinosaur. Shut up. All right. Okay. So now I have the callers on with me right now. So I have Joe.
Hey.
I have a CQ.
Hi.
No, it's not an external speaker. I have an external speaker on right now, D&D, and I have a confidence monitor that I have on an Apple MacBook Pro that I use to ensure that the Wi-Fi sound and all this other stuff's going good. So you guys can hear everything.
You're coming through the TV,
Chopped
man.
liver over here?
Okay, I'm sorry. We also have Mike, also known as
man?
CQ, Michael Carrasquillo, host of the.
Hey, everybody.
So, all right, cool. There we go. Yeah, so that sound you're
Hey,
hearing
it's
really.
coming. The phone calls are coming through the TV now, so yeah, we're good on that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, so. Okay, hang on for a sec. Right now, you'll be hearing you'll be hearing an external speaker. Hang on for a sec to make sure while the sound goes through. Hang on.
Is that music copyrighted? Are we going to get strike for that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Speaking of which, I actually wanted to tell you something, man. I noticed when we're pushing through Restream, I keep getting this alert of it says something about keyframe interval, like it's supposed to be under 1,000, and I keep peaking at 1,100, and it says that could cause some of those little Facebook hiccups we'd be getting on our show.
Okay.
So I got to figure out how to dial that back down a bit. I'm doing my thing, you know.
You got me on that.
Researching.
I got no freaking clue on that either.
Well, I'm just playing with the sounds right now. So, all right. So you guys already got you pumped in. So I got other callers that want to call in too now. They want to test, and so.
All right.
Okay. So we got. So I just wanted to make sure that wasn't just me. So we had. So now we got. Let's see. So that was Joe. Joe, by the way, I'm gonna make an announcement right now. This is some sneak peek stuff. Joe is going to be our next host. And he will be covering the sports page, the WTF Nation Sports Bar. So basically what we did is we got the sports page and turned it into a full-fledged show. So Joe's going to be broadcasting with his host coming on pretty soon, and we got to get a bunch of admin stuff. I've been out dicking around, so it's kind of like, doing stuff. So we're going to get that stuff kicked off, and then it's going to be busy. So we're going to have a Wednesday show. We're going to have a Sunday show, a Saturday show.
Time.
Would you stop?
Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, would you stop applying to the main page? They already made fun of you for making fun of me for trying to be an admin on the main page. So.
I said that just to fuck around.
Oh,
man.
I know. They're like,
give you a good laugh.
They're like, do you know a Joe? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, yes, I do. He's going to be the new host on the Sports Bar coming on this Sunday. So everything sports and sports related and sports scene is going to be Joe and his co-host, and then of course we got to get one more host hired on, and that way we can get I don't know, CQ. I'm taking radar for you, bro.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I have an idea. We'll talk offline.
We'll talk offline, of course.
An idea I want to run by you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm stealing radar?
No.
Oh, sorry about
no,
that.
No. You're not stealing radar.
Sorry about it.
Y'all say, Bailey's got an interesting idea. Hang up. Let's see what Bailey's got to say about this medical thing. Hang on. Let's.
All right.
All right. So, all right, Bailey, give us a call, man.
See you guys later.
All right, brothers, take it easy. Bailey, give a call so we can shoot the breeze about the about this page stuff, because right now you guys should heard of that. Boom, boom, boom. So, all right, hang on. Let's see. I'm just trying to do. Let me see. Let me mute this mic again, and then we'll do this stuff. So right now you should be hearing no calls. You shouldn't be hearing any callers. Everything's got. The guys are gone. So now we're going to see about this idea, because she actually is onto something that is already about ready to happen. So I figured we can see what she has to say. That'll also we'll see let's see what's up. Hurry up and call. Bailey. 415-889-8367. That's a number we have. And it's also scrolling on the bottom. Scroll. I gotta do this backwards because it's like scroll. There we go. 415-889-8367. All right. Okay, so right now, you guys should not be hearing the caller right now. Hey. Hello? Hey. Okay, so right now, guys, you should not be hearing the caller. I'm still doing my sound checks. And so you should be not hearing anything. And she's blabbing up a storm already. I'm just kidding. but so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute the mic because she just threw something right there in the chat that is kind of in line about what is in the future. So, guys, Bailey, go ahead. What you got to say? Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, I think there's a page devoted just to, medical problems, health issues, what have you, mental health even too.
So you're talking about a specific program then, because we already got. Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking?
Yeah, you guys think it's important to talk about sports. That's like the least important thing compared to health.
Whoa, okay. No, you're right. You actually are scratching the surface of an idea that we were discussing about having something for the Saturday show, and that is exactly what you just hit on. Except we don't have. We have psychology, clinical psychologists, and we have some individuals coming on, but that's like an untapped resource for knowledge. So what would you suggest? What type of?
Yeah, there's like a shit ton of news out there that probably have some art or any sort of branch of the military, experience that they could, at least get you started.
Right. Do you have any experience in the medical field?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think sometimes we're a little bit of the we're a little slow on that stuff? Like it's like for some reason nobody can grasp
like
it.
you fall short on the important things and then sort of over exaggerate the unimportant things.
Oh, okay.
I mean, health is like utmost important. If you don't have that, you don't have much of a life.
No. You're right. It's important. It's a lot of good because that actually would help out, giving out some good information and good methods of dealing with it. I mean, I know the days of some of the stuff that we've talked about in the past. We've always, and you bring up a good point. We've always cited stuff, but we never had like an expert coming on and shoot the breeze about specific, to include not just conventional medical practices for behavioral health and stuff like that, or physical, even holistic health. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, all of it, because, it all affects like everybody at some point. And so you have to be like really open-minded. And that's sort of what, anthropology is all about, is just sort of being culturally aware. Right.
Now, there are some, you can be cultural all you want, but there's a lot of, how do I say this? There's a lot of cultural aspects to some medicine that actually that outdoes conventional, what we consider conventional Western medicine, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Western medicine is really on its last leg. That's sort of why they're grasping at straws right now, but that's not going to be the future of really the entire world's health system, or whatever you want to call it, because there's cultures that have been using, other holistic methods and what we would sort of consider in Western medicine alternative medicine, which, I think sort of stigmatizes it, which is stupid, but that have been around for thousands of years. I mean, like proven for thousands of years. And it's just not even talked about in Western medicine. I mean,
no, you're right.
Money is the end game, and money and power is the end game, and that's just
right. Oh my God,
that's what we're trying to overcome right now.
Right, exactly. Not to mention the fact that we've had all of these. I'll say it. I just don't trust the CDC anymore. There's just so many things that we have in our medicine. I mean, Dean in the comments is saying like acupuncture, massaging, cupping, dry needling, Stuff like that brings alternative, because, the Army, and that's what's funny too. You bring up a good point. You want to talk about other cultures. The Army is now trying that, the acupuncture, but that you bring up a good point.
Trying it. They're just allowing people to think that it's available barely right now. It's just been around forever. They know what they have access to help. That's kind of proven recently in a study. Lucid dreaming therapy helps PTSD. I mean, that would be way better than drugs of any kind.
Right. What do you think about the use of magic mushrooms? What do you call that stuff? They call it
Psilocybin.
Yeah, psilocybin. What do you think about that for the treatment of PTSD? I know the BA was kind of
microdosing is gonna be the way of the future. I mean, they illegalized all the things that make it possible for us to be really in tap and in tune with our psyche, our soul, our spirit, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. And they took those things away from us because at small doses, microdosing can really do wonders, because the nervous system, which is located in your brain centrally, is what controls your entire body. And then your gut is your second brain, and if that's out of whack, then you're all fucked up.
Yeah. That's it's kind of funny how we used to make fun of people talking about essential oils, and now the Army's talking about essential oils or that type of treatment stuff. You know what I mean? People used to mock it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's like I said, it was made taboo. It was made like, whatever, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I mentioned to a doctor one time that, my my body temperature would be, lower, would just run lower normally, partly because of my blood type being negative. And he looked at me like I was crazy. Like he'd never even heard such a thing before. And he even actually kind of admitted I'd never even heard that. And
Wow.
that was really the last interaction I had with him. But he was my anesthesiologist one time, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
What? Like, you don't even do research outside of what they teach you in med school, or what the fuck, dude? How far up your resident's ass is your head?
Right. Well, anytime I hear about the, every time I hear about hematology and blood and stuff like that, only because I've had experience in that field.
Yeah.
I always discuss it with a well, I guess you would say general practice. I always get the like, what did you just say? Because I start talking about specific types of testing and all that.
Sure.
And they look at me like, what?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from with this? I'm like, you don't know anything about this. And then they like to put hematology and oncology together, so that kind of gets
Oh, I know. Like, how dare a patient with no medical experience at all know anything about medicine? I mean, then they also did that too. Like, oh, you just Googled it off of Google. Well, yeah, okay, but I mean, not everybody's saying that they're dying from it, but it's just like, okay, I know I have to be aware of all the possibilities. I mean, I look stuff up all the time. I mean, I obviously use well-sourced resources, but still, like, you got to go get the information. And books right now are paramount, because the internet's going to go down, and if you don't have access to information that you need, especially health-wise, you're going to be screwed.
right. Or depending on whatever leaning you have, your medical opinion is going to get censored. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they don't. I mean, I was sort of shunned myself. I mean, it was just like they don't want to talk about anything other than, they just have blinders on. I mean, I'll just put it that way. They just have fucking blinders on, and it's just a machine that runs and runs and runs, and there's input and output, and money is what they're benefiting, and they don't really give a shit about anything else.
Exactly. Dean says in the comments that at the he can't speak from the conventional side, but on the soft side has really gravitated to alternative and non-traditional med practices. I never thought I'd have to talk to a nutritionist, though, to discuss sleep issues.
Yeah, I mean, do it. All the things, research it all. Utilize it all. It's not like you can't take a little bit from, what the Chinese do, and a little bit from what, Laos,
Yeah.
Hmong people,
Yeah.
shamanism.
Right.
you can take a little bit from all of it, see what works for you. And that's the greatest thing. The doctors and the medical industry cannot make money if we don't go there.
No, my
If we
gosh,
don't
I
need
know.
to go there, then they'll have to change their ways, or they'll just fold. They'll collapse.
Sponsored,
And
yeah.
that's really what I'm pushing for personally, is to just bring down the medical system by giving people other options.
Right. No, you're right. No, but I mean, why should it only be one option to begin with? Pfizer. That's all I hear.
Yeah.
Is Pfizer. You got one thing to get your, to make sure you don't get the Rona, but then also you have a little blue pill so that way you can keep it up. It's all Pfizer. You know what I mean? It's all one. It shouldn't be.
Exactly.
So
I honestly, like, when I see those brand names like that, it's like the equivalent of the word death.
yeah. I will say this, that a lot of the exactly that. Dan just posted right there too. Some of the gut health and will help with some sleep too. Yeah, like you just said, the second brain.
Yeah.
But I always think that the opioid crisis. You notice that kind of went down, and it kind of stopped, and then all of a sudden it's becoming an issue because, all right, what are we doing now? What's the next crisis that's going to drive you away from that? Bailey, I appreciate you calling. I've seen you in the chats before, but I appreciate you
You're
calling.
welcome.
So, all right.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thanks. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Have a good. All right. So, right. Okay. I appreciate you guys doing the comps check. This is awesome. I didn't really expect it was going to be a show. It's almost like a show. It was just supposed to be a sneak peek. That was. I appreciate you guys'. This is exactly, man. I didn't expect to talk about the medical stuff real quick, man. CQ was talking about that, and it was kicked around. And yes, a part of the thing is that when we're providing this type of venue for that, there's a lot of certifications and a lot of things that you can't. It's almost like seeking legal advice. You know what I mean? It's you have to make sure that you have a legit lawyer. D, how did you know I was wearing shorts today, dude? I was like, sometimes I'm just wearing normal clothes and stuff like that. And then sometimes I'm like, today I'm just for this test. I'm gonna, exactly. We don't skip leg day, so I'm like, I don't want to scare the fans. I don't want to be like, I didn't want to cross the line with having some sort of liability with the followership to have somebody were to take something without somebody who's been in that field. Like, for instance, Bailey has some certifications and she's in the medical profession, and the individuals that we're going to look to hire on to discuss the wellness and mental wellness, a clinical psychologist is what we're talking about getting online. So it's not going to be, we're not going to be just it's not going to be like a bunch of vet bros ranting in a truck going, run, you hate vets and, that's not the case. We actually want to make sure that you, the audience, have that expertise to use, so that way you can make your own decisions. I'm telling you what, she had a good point too. It's like everyone's getting shunned just for having no barracks doctors. There's barrack lawyers, barracks doctors, barrack surgeons. There's barracks therapists. There's even barracks virologists and epidemiologists called first sergeants. not the bad ones, not the ones that. So, anyways, I think that was the last one. That was a good. I appreciate you guys. Who else? Let me see. Somebody said they wanted to talk about something else, but no big deal. I'm gonna close it up. I figure just a little bit right now, just is real cool for for a real quick sound check. Don't forget, again, I'm gonna recap again tomorrow. We're gonna have One Punch Dad, the warrant officer influencer that is, dude. It is it's gonna be fun. And then that's going to be for Sergeant's Time. Spanky's going to be back. We're all going to be back. We're all going to be back and having fun. We're going to talk about the ACFT. We're going to talk about some of the things that the Sergeant Major of the Army discussed. It actually was a good outbrief that the Sergeant Major of the Army provided. So I'm looking forward to talking about some of the notes and some of the policy changes that that the SMA had posted. Pretty good. It was pretty good. And then, of course, for Friday Night Freedom, I will be in the realm of Kaz and the Pooks. So I will be broadcasting for Friday. I will be on air, so I'll be back to back. So Thursday and Friday. And then, of course, we're going to have Christian coming on, the creator of the St. Javelin meme. He's going to come on and talk about his work and what he's been doing for relief efforts in Ukraine. So I'm pretty excited. We're pumped because this is like a good thing. I'm excited. So with that, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and you all have a good night. So thank you all for the calls. Thank you all for that stuff. Joe, CQ. Bailey, thank you guys for shooting the breeze, and all you guys. I see Holly, SM Branco, and in there I see Dean and Gary and Dan. Appreciate you guys throwing in some comments and some feedback and assisting me with this broadcast test. And he's gonna go back to watch the SCOTUS hearing shit show. I'm not even watching that, dude. I don't want to have my blood pressure go up. I don't even want to watch it. Probably going to play Xbox afterwards or something like that. So, but anyways, you guys have a good night. And, by the way, make sure you go to contact@WTFNationRadio.com if you want to send us some music, and we're redesigning our website too. So if you go to WTFNationRadio.com, you'll see that it's all the stuff has been removed, and it's going to be updated, post more stuff and all that. So, but you can see the links. Hit contact if you're an aspiring artist, or you're aspiring, and it's got to be good. We take all types of music. We don't mind. It's all it's good. It's got to be good. Or if you're a veteran band that wants to show off their wares, see some stuff in the inbox lately, and you guys been posting some stuff in the comments. Send an email at contact@WTFNationRadio.com, because some of us don't look at the Facebook page inbox a lot because we're busy doing other stuff. So again, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and shots tomorrow, see you tomorrow again. Take it easy.